Alright, we have Gurney. Not a lot of surprise there. It's rampant everywhere. At least as of the time of this coming out, it got hot fixed with the Caranthir. Okay, well we have an obvious mulligan there, because that's basically a free card, so no reason to play it. It's going to play itself. We definitely are fortunate here with having red coin, so we can actually utilize our damage. And they tend to swarm pretty hard, so surrender will be pretty good. Still interesting that I got the tactic category. I think it's weird how Nilfgaard gets all of the kind of like neutral tags. Whatever always just seem to swing back in like Nilfgaard's favor. It would seem to be more fitting to make that a warfare card. Because even think like ST stuff like Waylay, Yorva's Gambit, like those are tactic cards too. Even though Nilfgaard can't use it, it's just weird that they gave that tag to it. Anyways, just removing stuff here. Trying to shut down all his engines as much as possible. Okay, he's played both Griffins, so that means that Manua card or whatever it is would have to target something else if they're running it. Okay, so I'm going here for Glorious Hunt. Now, honestly, this is probably a questionable call. Probably should save that. Because they definitely could have other things showing up. They could take it out, but we're trying to stay in this. We don't want to give them too easy round control. Because this deck kind of can run out of stuff to play because we're running so many special cards being Enslave 6. Not too bad of a pull for Imperial Diplomacy.
They say you are what you eat.
At least keeps us in range.
A witch's best friend is a pig, no doubt.
And that's gonna be a huge issue. I think we're just going to get out from there. We aren't going to have the necessary stuff to handle it without being an overcommit or just like a lucky draw for like bribery or something. Orca here, so we're going to drop out there. But fortunately they probably aren't running too much in the way of like interaction on our side. So that Kahir can kind of smurf against this. Venendal might be a kick here. We just still have enough stuff we'd want to draw. No, we're stuck with it. Alright, it's falling up in the same way. This would be a decent surrender here. Just go ahead and clean up the larva. Yeah, I think we'll go for it. And if we get the Dry Pass, which we won't, but if we did, that'd be an amazing time to trap down Cyrenova. And one of our goals here is going to be, obviously, surviving this. But having Royal Decree onto Cyrenova to carry us into a shorter round. So, not the best Venendal Elite, because, I mean, sometimes those can be 11 points. But you still kind of get 7 for 5. Which is mediocre, but it could be a lot worse. And one of the awkward things with this is like you have all these cards that you need to play before your tactics to get value out of them, but a lot of times you want to be playing these tactics earlier to shut up your opponent's early engines. So for example, we want to get Venendal Elites, Fire Scorpions, and Hefty Helga down. But sequencing can be kind of awkward here as we have to shut down engines first before we can get it. Fortunately, wasn't too bad here, but Also, too bad that we don't have just a turning just. Defender's also here. It's an extra charge. I'm just gonna make sure it's protected, because sometimes you'll see a heat wave there, or some other control. And then with that assassination, we should be able to take it out now. Okay, instead we go for a royal decree, which is interesting.
Don't make me laugh.
Do we go for the siege on that? I mean, I guess we have to carry over now. We got an engine ticking on our side. We use an extra charge to guarantee that we can get the pass. Okay, I can see this line. Just trying to get out now.
Oh, don't dare cross me, or my friend here will tear you to pieces.
Alright, well, that's gonna be our assassination target.
As good as dead, that lot.
Hefty Helga unanswered is a very scary machine. Okay, so next we definitely need to go here. Yeah. To just negate all the boosts that he has there.
As you wish.
Use another charge, again, to keep us ahead with the boost off of Bacon over there. Mamuna, that's the card. Okay, so it's not enough. We're gonna have to go bribery here. Because Stefan could get us value later. Plus we might get a decent bribery pool. Alright, what do we get? Yes! Oh man, look at that double resilience. Oh, that was awesome. You gotta love that. Good old bribery, so RNG. Okay, Deadeye. I mean, they're probably doing Bandit Aim since I got some more buffs. Might see the whole Simlas into 4 waylays. Alright, easy mulligan here. Onto Roach. And then our Venendal Elites will be pretty good for just getting pure point slam. Glorious Hunt is probably something we'd want to play earlier because their units don't go very tall and we do have Siri Nova.
Swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn.
So like as I talked in the last one, you can see some of the awkward side here where we have these 3 cards we want to get down before we start playing tactics, but we already need to start playing tactics to shut off engines. Okay, when someone jams Feign Death like this, it usually means we're going to see a bunch of traps and stuff later.
Carefully.
It's almost kind of unfair, you know? Like, it's such a huge advantage to your round 1.
Humans to the sea!
We're at least going to play down to 7, but because we can't heat wave that, and he obviously had the stratagem that gets him 2 procs, like, we're just going to kind of have to chill with it.
We'll wait the signal. Till then, don't budge.
I maybe should honestly save that one for the inevitable bleed, but then again, it's still just a lot of points and we're keeping up with them. Plus Roach is yet to pop out.
Glad Fort one. You stand no chance.
So we can actually stay in this.
Never miss.
Okay, considering the leader, because I know that if we throw it too easy on this one and we lose round control, it can go downhill super fast. Okay, so we see that very likely Serpent Trap, and we're playing a lot of specials. So was considering surrender, but that can easily just get clapped. And lose 10 points off the board. But surrender would be very nice back there. So I think we just go for it. Okay, it wasn't Serpent Trap. And I wasn't throwing out Nova there just because very good chance to stack also has Heat Wave, and Nova is so much power here that really helps tie together aspects of this. So wouldn't be Pitfall, Horn, or it would be Incinerating. So we can drop the Nova on the pass, which is handy. But I'm realizing that it is that, so we're doing some math here. So he gets 8 off of that. So that's... we'd have to Nova and Leader.
Oh, I sense trouble.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We're 1 point short. And actually we're quite a few, because he still has his engines going. So unfortunately we have to jam Leader here. But getting round control is massive. Bleed out that traps package, but this is a tough matchup regardless because we need units to hit. Yep, it was. And we see the one obviously beside it, so get as little value as possible. Okay, here can be nice here if he's playing Isengrim. Yeah, we kick. Glorious Hunt, because it's probably just hitting our Nova. 6 base power should be the highest that he would have, and it's just a gamble, like if he doesn't remove our Nova.
Nothing will stop us.
Pull out Defender. We're going for Helga. Helga's probably a better call, honestly. Heatwave would be about the only thing they'd have that would stop it. Well, no, I guess they have the lock and movement one. But Kahir isn't popping off too much, so we wouldn't need to protect him. If he gets answered, it's kind of fine. Okay, so we got lucky. But that is maybe something to consider, that we could have pulled something else. Okay, these aren't the best. Berserker's alright, but we're going to be removing a lot of the stuff that he's playing early. So I'll just take the 6. Bribery and Stefan might get us a couple points onto the Harmony. And the thing with elves though is like they just have a lot of gold payouts, but their bronzes aren't doing a whole lot here. So we're gonna have an easy time removing them. I'm considering pulling out with a ranged hit onto Vilgefortz. So we'll just go and drop K here. We could see the boost coming out from the bonded effect, so Just getting a bunch of our engines down ready. Okay, he doesn't have a lot. We're kind of smelling blood in the water here where we can just 2-0. Alright, keep that protected up. Might want to just go ahead and use the charge, yeah. Again, still afraid of a heat wave. Or it just all of a sudden getting locked, because sometimes you greed stuff too long and then the lock that they should have played like 3 hands ago, they finally play it. Just Northern Realms things. Your students finally get to like damage by 7 or boost by 7, and then oh, here comes the lock or here comes the damage. And you feel bad for grading it that much. And Kahir against answer in one of many ways, but go ahead and just jam this down because he probably doesn't have another movement follow up. We'll just double bribery him. Okay, that could be a serpent trap. So, oh, these pulls aren't super good. Looking if we need to purify. Not really. So just go for 6 points. Okay, well, it was.
What are you doing in my wood?
And what do we get on this one? Oh, nice. Yeah, I think this is over. Should use those charges, and I do. Plus, in case he drops an Ice and Grimace View as possible. Uh-oh. We got an Alt F4. We got him. Alright, sweet. GG.